Hello everyone, this is Hachrutimana Peter. Welcome back here on my channel. Remember to subscribe. I'm bringing you a very interesting story that is about things fall apart. This is a novel that was written by Chinua Achebe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Here we go. Okonko is a wealthy and respected warrior of Umofia clan, a Lower Nigerian tribe that is part of a consortium of 9 connected villages. He is haunted by the actions of Unoka, his cowardly and spendthrift father, who died in disrepute, leaving many villages debt unsettled. In response, Okonko became a clansman, warrior, farmer, and family provider extraordinarily. He has a 12-year-old son named Noe, whom he finds lazy. Okonko worries that Noe will end up a failure like Unoka. In a settlement with a neighboring tribe, Umofia wins a virgin and a 15-year-old boy. Okonko takes charge of the boy, Ikemefuna, and finds an idiot son in him. Noe likewise forms a strong attachment to the newcomer. Despite his fondness for Ikemefuna and despite the fact that the boy begins to call him father, Okonko does not let himself show any affection for him. During the week of peace, Okonko accuses his youngest wife, Ojiugo, of negligence. He severely beats her, breaking the peace of the sacred week. He makes some sacrifices to show his repentance, but has shocked his community irreparably. Ikemefuna stays with Okonko's family for 3 years. Noe looks up to him as an older brother and much to Okonko's pleasure, develops a more masculine attitude. One day the locusts come to Umofia. They will come every year for 7 years before disappearing for another generation. The village excitedly collects them because they are good to eat when cooked. Ogbuefu Ezeudu, a respected village elder, informs Okonko in private that the oracle has said that Ikemefuna must be killed. He tells Okonko that because Ikemefuna calls him father, Okonko should not take part in the boy's death. Okonko lies to Ikemefuna, telling him that they must return him to his home village. Noe bursts into tears. As he walks with the men of Umofia, Ikemefuna thinks about seeing his mother. After several hours of walking, some of Okonko's clansmen attack the boy with machetes. Ikemefuna runs to Okonko for help, but Okonko, who doesn't wish to look weak in front of his fellow tribesmen, cuts the boy down despite the oracle's admonishment. When Okonko returns home, Noe deduces that his friend is dead. Okonko sinks into a depression. Neither able to sleep nor eat, he visits his friend Obierika and begins to feel revived a bit. Okonko's daughter Ezinma falls ill, but she recovers after Okonko gathers leaves for her medicine. The death of Ogbuefi Ezeudu is announced to the surrounding villages by means of the ekwe, a musical instrument. Okonko feels guilty because the last time Ezeudu visited him was to warn him against taking part in Ikemefuna's death. At Ogbuefi Ezeudu's large and elaborate funeral, the men beat drums and fire their guns. Tragedy compounds upon itself when Okonko's gun explodes and kills Ogbuefi Ezeudu's 16-year-old son. Because killing a clansman is a crime against the earth goddess, Okonko must take his family into exile for 7 years in order to atone. He gathers his most valuable belongings and takes his family to his mother's natal family, Mbata. Neto village. The men from Ogebuefi Ezeudu's quarter burn Okonko's buildings and kill his animals to cleanse the village of his sin. Okonko's kinsmen, especially his uncle Uchendu, receive him warmly. They help him build a new compound of hut and lend him yam seeds to start a farm. Although he is bitterly disappointed at his misfortune, Okonko reconciles himself to life in his motherland. During the second year of Okonko's exile, Obierika brings several bags of cowries, shells used as currency that he has made by selling Okonko's yams. Obierika plans to continue to do so until Okonko returns to the village. Obierika also brings the bad news that Abame, another village, has been destroyed by the white man. Soon afterward, 6 missionaries travel to Mbanta. Through an interpreter named Mr. Kiaga, the missionaries' leader, Mr. Brown, speaks to the villagers. He tells them that their gods are false and that worshipping more than one god is idolatrous. But the villagers do not understand how the Holy Trinity can be accepted as one god. Although his aim is to convert the residents of Umofia to Christianity, Mr. Brown does not allow his followers to antagonize the clan. Mr. Brown grows ill and is soon replaced by Reverend James Smith, an intolerant and strict man. The more zealous converts are relieved to be free of Mr. Brown's policy of restraint. One such convert, Enoch, dares to unmask a Negugu during the annual ceremony to honor the earth deity, an act equivalent to killing an ancestral spirit. The next day, the Gugu burn Enoch's compound and Reverend Smith's church to the ground. The district commission is upset by the burning of the church and requests that the leaders of Umofia meet with him. Once they are gathered, however, leaders are handcuffed and thrown in jail where they suffer insult and physical abuse. After the prisoners are released, the clansmen hold a meeting during which 5 court messengers approach and order the clansmen to desist. Expecting his fellow clan members to join him in uprising, Okonko kills their leader with his machete. When the crowd allows the other messengers to escape, Okonko realizes that his clan is not willing to go to war. When the district commissioner arrives at Okonko's compound, he finds that Okonko has hanged himself. Obierika and his friends lead the commissioner to the body. Obierika explains that suicide is a grave sin, thus, according to custom, none of Okonko's clansmen may touch his body. The commissioner, who is writing a book about Africa, believes that the story of Okonko's rebellion and death will make for an interesting paragraph or two. He has already chosen the book's title, The Pacification of the Primitive Tribes of the Lower Niger. Thank you so much. This was Hachirutimana Peter. The summary is about Things Fall Apart, an interesting book that was written by Chinua Achebe. If you like my stories, don't hesitate to subscribe, and I'll be waiting for you for the next stories. Thank you so much. Congratulations.